I can't believe after all these weeks of saying it correctly, I just like totally forgot what I was saying. Anyways, we'll blame it on the full moon. There we go. End of story. So, um, tonight we are talking about, well, we started off talking the week about uh, investing, primarily the stock market and crypto. And since we covered the stock market on our Family Finance Friday at the end of October of 2020 as our very first Family Finance Friday, fun fact, I decided tonight that we would go ahead and cover crypto because I know there is a growing interest in investing in cryptocurrencies and blockchain, and especially since we're talking about doing things with our kids, they may be even more interested in it than we are and more open to investing in it. Um, Cryptocurrency has been around for a while now, and so I want to say it's been, oh my gosh, I think it's been close to 30 years, maybe a little over 30 years. Started becoming popular, really popular in the last 5 to 10 years, and now it's even, starting to see even more popularity, in large part because some of the big names in cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, excuse me, and Ethereum, are and Litecoin and things like that are really taking off and having some great returns. And so, of course, they're getting in the news, and they're getting some publicity, and that just makes people more interested in learning about them. There are actually well over 5,000 cryptocurrencies currently in circulation. That said, there have been over 1,000 that have gone under and ceased to exist. So just like the stock market, there are no guarantees in this. So as always, I have the disclaimer not to invest more than you can afford to lose, because you never know what's going to happen. Um, and but other than that, just kind of have fun with it. See what happens, because it's definitely an interesting process. So really quick, for those of you who did not catch the live yesterday, when it comes to crypto, there are a few things that you need to know. Some very basic information. You need to have a wallet, which is almost like the wallet that you have in your purse, or you keep in your pocket or whatever. And that's kind of where you keep when you're actively trading. It's almost like when you have a brokerage account for the stocks, where you'd have an account, kind of like a holding account with uh, with the online broker, where you have the money that's just kind of sitting there, and the stocks you have are just kind of sitting there. And then they have something that's called cold storage, and that's where you actually take it off of kind of that warm area where there's a little bit of a security blanket in case things go wrong, and you actually take it completely outside. And it's almost like if you, not quite burying your cash in the backyard, but kind of a similar thing where you take the money out of the bank, and you put it somewhere that only you know about. And it could be safer because nobody can break in there and steal it. However, well, from the say the bank. However, if somebody knew where you buried it, they could go dig it up and take it, and it'd be theirs. Or if you forgot about it, it's gone. Or if something happened to you, and you know, your family and your friends, and if nobody knew where it was or didn't know how to open up the box that it's in, it's also gone. And so there's definitely some pros and cons to each. A big thing is when you're dealing with crypto, especially because it is so private, and there's not many ways to really track it as there is with, say, a stock, when you're actually purchasing something, and there's a record about it. You want to make sure that you keep multiple places where you have your password. Make sure everything is correct. Double check, triple check. Make sure it's very clearly written. Make sure that, especially when you're dealing with cold storage, which could be on a USB, it could be on an external hard drive. But because it is something that can be, destroyed, make sure that's in a very safe place. You might even want to have multiple backup copies, and know where they are, and also let others know. You want to let others know that you trust, where if something happened to you, they could go get it and access it. But you have to be careful, because if it falls into the wrong hands, they can steal it from you pretty easily. So, there's definitely some pros and cons. There are things to think about. But if you have a safe deposit box, or you have you know some if you have a place where you keep kind of all your a fireproof box or something where you keep all your important documents, where it's in a place where somebody could not come along and just take it. But once again, the people that need to know where it is, or there's something that tells them where it is so they can go find it. So I think that's enough with the pros and cons, because I know the kids aren't going to really care about that. That's more for the parents. If you do decide to actually invest as a family in cryptocurrency, those are a few things to keep in mind. We've talked about the fact that there's well over 5,000 cryptocurrencies. You could pick them based on the name. You could pick them based on how they're doing. Once again, the top three, are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I've seen two different things. One said Tether, the other said, oh gosh, I'm trying what the other one said. Oh no, they both said Tether. Sorry, I thought I read somewhere there was a different one as the top three. But right now, Ripple. One said, but I guess that was as of a couple weeks ago, and so now Ripple's been replaced by Tether. And Ripple's actually not even, I don't think it's even in the top, it's not even in the top 10 right now. So I'm not sure what happened there, but right now Bitcoin is trading at well over $33,000, I guess, a coin. And, but just a week or two ago, I think it was around 43, 45, somewhere in that area. So it has taken, I guess it's on sale right now if you're looking at that. But you can go over to coinmarketcap.com, and you can see a list of all of the cryptocurrencies, and what they're trading for, what the market cap is, how many are in circulation, and how they've been doing. So you can do some research over there. And then what you'll want to do is, with your family, sit down around the table, just like we talked about doing with the stock market. Sit down around the table, and maybe you give each child, or as a family, you kind of figure out, okay, if we had this much to invest, what would we buy? And the best way when you're first starting out to do this is to not actually buy it, but just put it down on paper. Say, okay, as a family, we're going to take $100 and we're going to buy this coin here, just because it sounds fun. Or maybe even break it up and say each child gets to choose, $5 or $10, and that's what we're going to pretend we're going to put in. And you can make whatever amount you want. Doesn't really matter. So, but then a week from now, go back and look and see how it's doing, and see if you would make any changes. See if you would have done things differently, knowing what you know now. And then after you've done that for a few weeks, you'll feel pretty comfortable, and then and you'll see how things are going. You will get a good feel for it. And then if you actually do want to invest, you can. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Instead of opening up a brokerage account, you open up a wallet. There are actually some online brokers who are trading in crypto, or who are trading crypto. And so you may be able to do something through one of them. It's completely up to you. If you do decide to open a wallet, I know Coin Wallet is one of the big names. But if you Google, options for crypto wallets, things like that, you'll get plenty of options. There's pros and cons to all of them, and you can go from there. But like I said, once again, just lots of backups on your passwords and information, just to make sure nothing happens. And then, just like with a stock, plan on buying and holding. You don't want to be panicked. You don't want to buy when everybody else is buying and sell when everybody else is selling. You want to do the opposite of that, according to Warren Buffett. And I think that advice applies to crypto as well as stocks. And you want to, you can have a little fun with it. Yes, you could go with one of the top three. But once again, that's kind of like when you're buying Apple, or Google, or Coca-Cola, McDonald's, one of those, where it's like, it's just kind of there. Everybody's got it. It's like it's kind of the leaders. They're the big. And although there's definitely still more volatility to Bitcoin than there would be to, say, Coca-Cola or McDonald's or one of those. But if you want to, you can actually go in and take a look at some of the names. Or type in something you like. Type in. I think I saw a coin that was like an owl coin. I know I've heard of one before that was a cat coin. I don't remember the exact name of it, but they said it actually had a game that was kind of attached to it that you could play. I was like, that's kind of clever. There's all sorts of different. I remember. I'm trying to remember which other ones I saw in there when I was in there, but there were some pretty interesting names in there. So you could, if you wanted to. Oh, there was a queen bee coin. I saw that one. It was way down on the list. It was in the 3,000 somewhere. So if you wanted to have a little fun with it, you could just go in and kind of type in whatever. Type in your name, see if anything comes up. Type in your favorite animal, see if or your. Oh, there's a football coin. I got so excited, I almost forgot to speak English there. So there's plenty of things that you could if you typed in your favorite activity or your favorite. You could try for a color. You could try, and just see what's out there and have a little fun with it. And so after I kept you guys so long last night, I'm going to keep this one super short and just wrap this up by saying, please, if you have any questions, ask them. We have people in this community who are actively trading in cryptocurrency. I've done a lot of research, but in full transparency, which is what crypto is all about. I have not actually purchased anything yet. I'm still, I don't know. I should have, like I said last night, I should have done it back when Bitcoin was it was actually, I think, ready to dip under 1,000 at one point, and but I wasn't. I hadn't done enough research at that time, and so I didn't. But looking back, I'm like, wow, if only, right? Um, and so go ahead and dip your toes in the water. Let me know how it goes. I'll be investing in the very near future. I do fully intend to. I think it definitely is a wave of the future. I think it's here to stay. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go between a cryptocurrency and a blockchain platform because they're very, very similar. I shouldn't say a lot. Some of the coins actually are there to finance blockchain, and so that's where I really need a little bit more research and figure out which way I want to go on that. But I may just do it just to have fun and just buy something super cheap and just have a good time with it. So let me know how it goes. Let me know what your family chooses. Let us know if you have any questions. Like I said, please feel free to either respond here or just go ahead and create a new post because that way the others who are trading can answer your questions. And then also another little fun fact here is that there's actually countries that have started to create their own cryptocurrencies. And so far, those ones are Ecuador, China, Senegal, Singapore, Tunisia, and coming soon are Estonia, Japan, Palestine, Russia, and Sweden that all have. So the first half of that list are the ones that already have their own national crypto, and then the second half of that list are the ones who should be releasing it soon. I'm not sure at this point. I actually did not look up to see if that's something you can buy, if you can buy another nation's crypto or not. But that could be kind of fun too. So, I know I like to collect coins and dollar bills when I travel around the world, and so I think it'd be kind of fun to have crypto from every country that has it. So that might be the way I do it then. But anyway, so can't wait to hear how this one goes for you. Have a great time, and good luck. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Night.